was this wonderful couple, the Shark, alias Jess, and Laurie, alias Lauren. That's an inside joke for us. But anyway, bless all of you, and we'll hope that the Lord will bring peace to the rest of the world. Amen.
Here we go. I have to do a secondary formal introduction. This gentleman right here, I met one night while I was bouncing a nightclub. For months, he would walk in and stand in one place, say nothing, do nothing, then leave. So one day he walked in and had ankle weights on. So I realized this was my angle. I walked over to this guy standing there. He would align himself with certain areas of the room, and it would take like 20 minutes. He'd finally find his spot, and he'd stay there. Take a deep breath. And he would breathe. So I'm like, what's up with this guy? So one night, he walked in with ankle weights, and I walked up to him. Snuck around the side, like I did my mother. I said, if you took off those ankle weights, would like you fly up and hit the ceiling? From then, an adventure started. And I learned things about shamanic drumming, trance, and all these really cool things that nobody knows anything about and most people don't care about. This gentleman right here is one of the last people I know upholding a legacy. What it actually is to be determined. But once you meet him, you know it's something deep. We shared wine that evening. And I remember him pouring it only for me. He didn't pour any for himself. I said, well, for all I know, this could be poison. He says, yes. So I realized if I didn't drink this thing, I'd have to hear about it for the rest of my life. So I picked it up, clanked the glass, and goes, here's the drinking poison. And from then on, it has been a poison, a sweet poison. This gentleman is one of my best friends ever, and I'm privileged to know this man, and I'm thrilled. He trekked over 400 miles? Something like that, yeah. 400 miles to get here, and that's thrilling. Please enjoy Mr. Chester Seven Hawks Bassett.
Well, if you know Jesse and Laurie nearly as well as I do, you know how special they are. Really special people. Living life from their hearts. And that's something we could all learn a little more about. By the way, I want to thank both of your parents for doing such a good job. When I heard that we were being brought to the wedding on a shuttle, I was a little concerned. Those of you who know Jesse might understand why.
Space shuttle?
But I'm glad to see that we're here on Earth. And everything's going very well. I've never seen so many of my friends dressed so well. There's actually a running bet to whether Nick's wearing shoes. And I do believe Van is wearing clothes. He's not painted on. Those of you who don't know this, these are some of the usual suspects that Jesse and I have had the pleasure of knowing. There's many of you that I haven't had that pleasure, and I'm honored to meet you. When Jesse asked me to speak tonight, first of all, I was greatly honored. And he said, "Say something from the garden of the mythical lovers." I knew what he meant by that. And those of you who don't, I'll help you understand. Jesse wanted me to speak of his love for Laurie. For him, it's a great word. And there are few in the history of mankind worthy of saying anything about that. So I give to you a poem written by Rumi, the great Sufi of the East. Not everything from the Muslim world is dark. All parts of the earth have something to offer. There are good people everywhere. And tonight is your night. I give it to you forever. This moment, let it shine in your lives until the last day that you share. And forever. From the beginning of my life, I have been looking for your face. But today, I've seen it. Today I've seen the charm, the beauty, the unfathomable grace of the face that I was looking for. Today I have found you. And those who laughed and scorned me yesterday are sorry that they were not looking as I did. I am bewildered by the magnificence of your beauty and wish to see you with 100 eyes. My heart has burned with passion and searched forever for this wondrous beauty that I now behold. I am ashamed to call this love human and afraid of God to call it divine. Your fragrant breath, like the morning breeze, has come to the stillness of the garden. You have breathed new life into me. I have become your sunshine and also your shadow. My soul is screaming in ecstasy. Every fiber of my being is in love with you. Your effulgence has lit a fire in my heart and made radiant for me the earth and sky. My arrow of love has found its target. And I am in the house of mercy, and my heart is ablaze of prayer.
Laurie, my beautiful big sister. Our 6-year age difference definitely played a big role in our lives and kids, and you being the older one definitely did not have it easy. I wanted to follow you everywhere and do everything that you wanted to do. Most of the time you couldn't be bothered, but every once in a while you'd give in and play. Do you remember the pants incident?
On the bike?
You and your friends were going bike riding and I begged to go. You actually said yes, and we went to get our bikes. As we pedaled away, the last thing that Mom yelled to you was, "Laurie, make sure Amy keeps up with you and your friends." At first you rode really slow, I think because you saw Mom watching. And then you took off just to see if I could catch up. I started to pedal so hard and fast that my brand new Smurfette bell-bottom pants got caught in the chain of my bike and I fell off. You turned around, laughed, and actually came back for me. We realized that the pants were not coming out of the chain, so you told me to take them off and leave them. Of course, I listened and ran home in my underwear. The look on Mom's face was priceless. How about our sticker books?
Yes.
We each had sticker books that were loaded with every type of sticker. Every so often we would trade them. We would look at each other's book for a sticker that we wanted, and then we would make the trade. You would always take my best one and convince me scratch and sniff one that no longer had a sin was better. So of course I believed it and walked away so happy thinking I just got the best sticker in the whole world. As we got older, our 6-year age gap pretty much disappeared, and beside being sisters, we became best friends. The bond that we share is so strong, and I will forever cherish our relationship. After having my son 5 years ago, I even feel closer to you now because we now share a bond as mothers. You're always there for me whenever I need advice or just need to vent, and I will always be grateful for that. I also think you truly are a remarkable woman. In 2004, you decided you wanted to make a better life for you and your 2 children, Kevin and Brittany. You enrolled in Felician College and dedicated all your time to studying. I remember sitting in Mom and Dad's living room quizzing you for tests, thinking to myself, how on earth can she know all this and how can she remember it? Well, you did, and in 2009, you graduated with honors and became an RN. Laurie, I can't even begin to tell you how much I admire you and how proud I am of you and how proud I am to be your sister. Jess, you're the brother I always wanted. You're such a compassionate person who is loaded with personality. I know I can always count on you to make us laugh with all of the storytelling that you do. To watch you so animated is just hysterical. You're such a caring person and you're always willing to lend a hand whenever needed. But most importantly, you make my sister's world a brighter place. When everyone is around you, when the 2 of you are together, everyone around you can feel your love. Jess, I've always considered you part of the family, but it makes me so happy that after today, you will officially be my new brother and Dylan's uncle. So now, if everybody could please raise their glasses and join in to help me wish Laurie and Jess a lifetime of love and happiness. I love you both. Congratulations.
Amy King, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Amy now. All right, I hope everybody came here to have a good time tonight. Before we get the party rolling, we have to get in those dinner orders. You do have your waiters and waitresses coming around to the table. Make sure you get